Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks like Facebook is going to be in some deep trouble because it doesn't seem like it's doing too well in terms of its amount of users and the amount of potential layoffs it's going to be having due to, not being sustainable because it's a garbage platform just as Twitter is. But more news on that aspect later on. Right now, we have more greater stuff that happened, which is Facebook to purge thousands of workers as part of quiet layoffs report. Facebook executives are in the process of executing quiet layoffs of underperforming workers that could lead to thousands of employees getting pink slips, according to a report. Several employees told the news site Insider that as much as 50% of the company's workforce could be slashed within the next few weeks. One employee told Insider that that managers throughout the company were told to select at least 15% of their teams who are categorized as needs support. Facebook employees took to the workplace at Bind, where they speculated that it was likely whoever was placed in the 15% category would be out of a job. Eliminating 50% of Facebook's workforce means that some 12,000 employees could be out of a job. Those who are deemed needing support are widely perceived to be failing to meet performance goals. These employees are then subject to new requirements in our performance improvement plan, which is seen as a precursor to losing one's job. Which honestly, I'll find great because I want Facebook to fall. Facebook has been working obviously with the FBI and trying to censor speech and all that stuff, or hinder speech at the very least. And it's just not been great. I don't want Facebook to exist. Same thing as I don't want Twitter to exist, because I think they are a plague onto the platform, and the FBI is a huge corrupt scandal that I don't think should honestly be abolished. So yeah, there's that. Also, Facebook is also a very far left website that is obviously disgusting in that matter. According to Insider, Facebook's chief engineer Maha Saba told managers in July that they needed to start identifying employees in their teams who fell into the category of need support, though they did not specifically. Though they did not specify a percentage. The Post has sought comment from Facebook's parent company Meta. Insider quoted a Facebook employee as saying that management is already telling those who are PIP'd that they need to look elsewhere for work. It might look like they are moving on, but the reality is they are being forced out. The employee told Insider. Facebook staffers have been racing for layoffs for months. Last week, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg told employees that the company has frozen new hiring. Zuckerberg blamed economic headwinds and warned that the company may be forced to undergo downsizing or restructuring. I hope the economy would have more clearly stabilized by now, but from what we're seeing, it doesn't yet seem like it has, so we want to plan somewhat conservatively, Zuckerberg said. His comments were first reported by Bloomberg News. Now, the reason why it hasn't stabilized is because we haven't had people that, our government, which would be Joe stupid Biden, that would specifically keep spending, and expect that it to actually change in that aspect when it doesn't. They are going to keep spending and keep raising inflation and causing massive problems. And this, in its one hand, is an issue. And I digress. It's not going to be a great thing for the country in general. But you're also not doing well because people are just stop using your platform because because they're realizing it's garbage. Zuckerberg said Meta would be slashing budgets across all of its departments and subsidiaries, including Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. The CEO noted that during the first 18 years of Facebook's existence, the company saw rapid growth, but sales and revenue figures from recent quarters have flatlined, according to Zuckerberg. At its peak, Meta's stock price approached 380 per share, but in the last year, the company's share price has shed some 60% of its value. While Facebook maintains a dominant position in the mobile advertising market, serious questions have been raised as to whether it can continue to grow, particularly in the face of fierce competition from ByteDance's TikTok. Shares of Meta were trading 1.40% higher as of 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday. The economic downturn and grim projections are also forcing the company to abandon plans to expand its commercial real estate footprint in New York City. Good! I am actually glad about that in more ways than one. Meta is exercising its option to terminate its lease at 225 Park Avenue South, the news site reported. The Park Avenue location was marked to serve as the company's bridge space before expanding its operations and opening up new digs at Hudson Yards and the Ferry Building near Penn Station in Midtown. Despite the decision, Meta says it's firmly committed to New York and further anchoring our local footprint. Yeah, well, here's the thing. A lot of people don't really care about Facebook nowadays, and I know a few people were even for a few years that have honestly dropped off of Facebook in general to where it's just not a good platform. Most people are not using. Most people are using either TikTok, majority, or even using YouTube. Hell, people are probably even choosing Twitter over Facebook in these times. And to be honest, it's just not great. Like most people are not using it, and that's just the way it is, and that's the way it should be. I think social media is a cancer to society in general. I don't think it's necessarily good. I don't even, in some doses, I don't even think YouTube's really all that good, because it still can give you false information, false stuff that that you can look up to that will confuse our society. Now, it would be obviously different, right, if our media had some type of hammer down onto themselves, or to where they can't produce false reporting or false this or false that, because it would have repercussions. But right now they don't have repercussions, so the media is really a cancer to our society, and social media is definitely no different, especially with these very Marxist or far left individuals that are happening in our society right now, or in our country, to where it's a huge problem. We also have this, that Instagram to increase ad load as Meta fights revenue decline. So it seems like it's not going super well for Facebook, because they have to increase their ad revenue just to make more money, because their company is not doing great. It seems like it's a pretty big problem, and I can't really say that they're doing great. Also, another thing to add is that fears of layoffs as Facebook parent Meta reportedly announces hiring freeze. So Meta employees have been warned of potential layoffs after the Facebook parent company announced on Thursday that it would freeze hiring and further restructure, Bloomberg News has reported. So this might actually show on how bad a Facebook is actually in, and how well they're actually going to do. The same thing with, I would think, what's that terrible company? Oh yeah, Netflix. I don't think Netflix is going to be doing good either, because Netflix is also having a huge problems. They're having layoffs almost every few months now, and they're pretty substantial layoffs, and they're not making enough money, and they're not making enough anything. Let's put it that honestly. Their business practices and their business ideas have been absolutely horrible as a parent, and they wanted to cater to this woke ideology, and most people are not taking it. And I think the reality is that people are waking up, and people are not wanting to consume this horrible material, because they're seeing on where the country is going, and it's not going great. And if our president wants to keep on pushing this type of stuff, or they don't want to keep on pushing this type of really cancerous type of World War III here, it's not going to bode well for him again, because Democrats are also going to be the ones doing this. So we're seeing some type of fight back. We're seeing that the far left type of ideology and wokeness or whatever is not holding up to standard. It's falling. And this is the reality that I think that they're finally facing. It's just too late for them to do anything about it. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll definitely see you in the next one. Take care.